we go. All right. So I just tried shooting a video and it was just cutting out like crazy. So I had to start another one right here. But yeah, I was just talking on this idea of how us human beings, we have like these crazy periods of time where we feel like trash. And then we have like the opposite of that happen, where there's months, like I said, where you feel like trash, and then it blows over, and there's months where you feel like gold. And I was just thinking about this idea of how you're still the same you through the whole thing. And a lot of you guys know that, like, no matter what the failure is, it's only going to make you better. And so I've been thinking on these weeks where you just feel like trash and how they build you just as much as when you feel like the shit and you feel like gold and you can do anything and everything you're doing is just manifesting and everything you want is just coming into your reality. And I think in this cycle, I've realized that becoming your true self is just accepting the weeks where it feels like garbage and then accepting the weeks where it feels like gold. And it's hard because like a lot of people get into that cycle where when they feel like trash, it just defines them. And there's no reason, guys. Like, I've been defining myself every day when I get up in the morning as the gold version of me, right? Like the version of me that's a savage, that can't be broken, that is just pushing towards his goals and is not like, you know what I mean? Just that's the mindset I go into every day. And yeah, like I just said on here, like there's weeks, maybe even months where you can't even like roll out of bed just because you don't feel like the shit and everything just feels like it's hitting the wall, you know what I mean? And I think that's part of the human experience. We all just go through this, and I've realized that some of the most creative moments come out of those bad times, because it's almost the pendulum is shifting, where it's the same as the law of polarity, where to reach these massive highs, you have to know massive lows, because there's no point, you know what I mean? Like if you were just given high highs, you wouldn't even understand them. So to experience those really high highs of life, you need those low moments. And I think you really learn a lot about yourself in those low moments. I mean, I definitely have. That's what I've realized a lot of the time lately. And I think what really has made me happy lately and just content is even in those times where I'm what I said, like you just feel like trash, just knowing that it's just a building process. Like as long as you get up in the morning, it's almost like a gift. And I know like a lot of people say that, but they don't really feel it, right? Because just to be able to move throughout the day and looking at every day like a gift, it really like, it changes you, because you realize the opportunity around you for growth, for training your mind, your body. And I think that's one thing that's just really been hitting home with me lately, because I have had a couple months lately where it's like my vision's not clear. I'm trying to figure out what I got to do, but I'm still focused, but I still know who I am when I wake up every day. And I don't lose sight of that guy that I know I am when I'm in those golden times, not the times where I feel like trash, you know? And I think that's the thing that really like pushes you and gets you over that threshold where you almost want to be a different person. Not that you want to be a different person, but you want to evolve. And you don't even know what it feels like to hit that evolution point, because you haven't passed over that threshold and the pendulum hasn't swung your way. It's almost like those low lows that I'm talking about. You just haven't hit the high highs yet, and you don't know what it feels like. And that's why most people, they just quit along the journey of self-development or mental development or any type of development in your life. Most people just quit. And I saw this photo the other day and it made so much sense to me. It was a miner and he was just mining away, right? And like he got to the part where there's like 1 inch left of the mine where the diamonds are all on the other side. and he quit right before, like an inch before all the diamonds were revealed to him. And I think a lot of people, that happens to you in life because you're right there. You're right at that threshold and you don't even know what it feels like to get over it because you've just given up right before it hits the end. And that's one thing, like I've mentioned on here, I don't want to stop this, no matter what point I'm at in life, because I enjoy speaking to this. And any of you guys who are watching, any of you guys and girls who are watching, like I would tell you, just do this, like just start talking to the camera and uploading YouTube videos or whatever, anything to the internet. Because I think the internet, we've become so used to it and it almost feels normal to us. But the fact that if you can cultivate some type of inner state and speak it to people, the crazy thing about the algorithm, the internet, guys, is it finds the people that need to hear your message. So any single person who just decides to put a camera up like this and speak into it and upload it, it'll find the people that need to hear it. And you'll start meeting people. You'll start getting comments of people who share the same mindset as you. And that's one thing for me. That's why I do this. It's part of my mental growth. It's part of my development, just to literally speak on here and to know myself more by talking with myself and talking to you guys and just getting my ideas out there. And that's what this is really for me. It's just a way to connect with you guys who are in the same type of mental state as me, and also just develop myself. And that's why it's so beneficial to just try this. And I really implore all of you guys to try it, because you're going to understand yourself more. You're going to become more comfortable and learn exactly who you are. And like I said, in those low moments where you just feel like trash and you just don't feel like gold at all, doing stuff like this, it helps you, even on those days, know who you are, to where you just know it's a time for growth. And it's not going to slow you down. It's not going to consume you, because so many people get consumed by those months where it feels like trash, and they define themselves there. And that's why when you get up in the morning, I feel like if you can define yourself, who you are, every single morning as that guy or that girl, or just the best version of yourself, the 10.0 version of yourself, if you can define yourself there, when you look in the mirror and you love what you see, it takes a long time to get to that point. But once you get there, you're over that threshold and the pendulum shifts. Like the dual mirror reflects differently after a long enough time of believing in yourself. And then you literally transcend self and become the person that you always wanted to be. And what you learn is, along that journey of becoming who you wanted to be, it's a weird shift, because you realize that that's who you were the whole time. Everything else was just a distraction, distracting you from who you truly are.